Welcome back to the GP Productions podcast. Okay, welcome back to the show, and I've got a special guest here today. It's Niko from Blind Channel. How are you doing, man?
Great. How are you?
Good. How has things been for you the last while? Pretty crazy.
Yeah, pretty crazy. I can't believe it's still the same year, like 2021, because it is 2021, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. Like in the beginning of this year, we released Dark Side, and after that, so much has been happening. Like it's just crazy. I can't believe it's still the same year.
Yeah, we were just talking off camera there. It's a shame now that you can't really kick into a big tour at the moment, kind of around Europe because of all these different restrictions in different countries. So touring's
Yeah,
kind of on hold for the moment, really, is it?
yeah, the world is still a bit of a mess after the pandemic, but I think we're getting there finally. And if everything goes well, we get to start our European tour like first thing in next year, and that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. You got to play, you were saying 16 shows in Finland. What's the restrictions like in Finland now? Is live music kind of back over there?
Yeah, well, the summer was good. Like we got to play 16 shows, and that's more than many artists got to do. So we're really grateful about that. And yeah, there were some restrictions. Like I think the craziest thing was that we had sold out this venue here in Helsinki, but then because of the restrictions, we couldn't get all the people in. So we had two choices. We could either cancel the show or then play two shows. And then we did that. Like we had to do that a couple of times. So we actually played a 5-show weekend here in Finland. So it was really it was a lot of work, but it was fun.
So did you end up doing one at the daytime and one at nighttime?
They were both like in the evening, and one of them was broadcasted on TV. So yeah, it was a wild weekend.
Yeah. Before we kick into some Blind Channel stuff, just about yourself, how did you become involved in music, and is it something that you always wanted to do?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do music like since I can remember. Like it all started when I was 7 years old, and my mom made me like take piano lessons. And then I didn't really like the piano lessons because I didn't like playing other people's compositions or songs. For me, it was always like pretty soon I like realized that you can make this stuff yourself. You can write your own music, and that's it. It started like with the songwriting, and then I just kind of went from that. I ended up like producing rap beats to Finnish rappers and stuff like that. But I always like my heart belonged to Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit and bands like that. So
Yeah.
then I met the guys at this like house party when we were in high school, and they like said that they just put up a band, want to come and try out, and I was like, sure, let's do that, and like the rest is history.
And that's how you met the boys in Blind Channel.
Yeah, like we were in same music high school in northern Finland, and but like I was hanging out with the rappers, like we had our big fucking clothes and the swag going on, and then the
Yeah.
boys had long hair and stuff like that, and we were just we were just staring at each other like those guys are so fucking lame, and they were doing the same back to me, and we didn't really hang out before that house party, and it was Linkin Park that like somebody played Linkin Park from the stereos in the house party, and then like I started rapping the parts, and the boys were like, holy shit, this is awesome, you should come to our new band, and that's how it started happening.
Yeah, Linkin Park are a great band. My favorite band is actually Limp Bizkit, and I have the old $3 bill tattoo there to prove
Holy
it.
shit, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Limp Bizkit as well. Like we saw them live in Finland a few years ago, and we were just like going crazy. It's a great
Yeah.
band.
Yeah, they've got such a great set list that they just can go and they haven't really released new music until a couple of weeks ago. What did you
Yeah.
think of that dad vibes?
I just bought some barbecue stuff to my balcony so I can like grill stuff. So like that's my grilling song. Like when I make food when I'm making barbecue, I always put that. What was it?
Dad vibes.
That was I always put that was on. I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome. Like that's what I'm doing basically every day. So I love the song really much.
Yeah, I think he's having a bit of fun with it, kind of dressing as an old man. But I think there's a plan there to release probably something very different to what that song is. Like I'd imagine with Wes on board, like that it's going to be a few heavy songs on that album when it does come out eventually.
Yeah, we gotta wait for that. Like I'm eagerly waiting for that, and I liked it. Like the sound was pretty modern. Like the
Yeah,
production was 2021, like it should be. But then you can still like hear the what band this is. Like they haven't changed their style, and I love that. Like I love when an artist or a band can like evolve without losing their own sound. Like that's something that's like the same with all the great huge artists around there.
they're still probably the world's most hated band, but we love them, so fuck it, who cares?
Yeah, fuck everyone else.
So they'd be influence of yours, Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit. That'd be fair to say then.
Yeah, definitely the biggest influence. Like yeah, and all the new metal acts and alternative rock scene as well. Like they were a huge inspiration for us. Like I think Linkin Park was probably the biggest. Like I wouldn't be even friends with the guys if it wasn't for Linkin Park. And it was not only about the like we never wanted to be like a bad Linkin Park copy or anything like that. Like what
Yeah,
we loved was there were such pioneers in everything. Like they took everything, all the music, like from the metal scene and the pop scene and the rap scene, and they combined and created something totally new. And what we like to think is that if Linkin Park was founded like 2020, 2021, what would they be doing? They wouldn't be doing the same stuff they did back then, because now we have lots of cool new things. Like trap music has been really big. We have pop music is wildly different than it was back then. Like we have Billie Eilish, stuff like that. And like we don't want to confine ourselves in these prisons of genres. What we want to do is like if we hear a cool song by Billie Eilish, Post Malone, The Weeknd, we want to be able to go that guys, we should do something like this, and then we just like add our own rock touch to it, and that's how we make Blanchel music.
yeah. And you referred to the music as violent pop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was actually my idea. Like we were sending, it was we have been together for like a couple of weeks, I think, and we had our first demos ready, and we sent them to like local radio stations, and we had to promote it somehow, like write something, and then like at the time, new metal sounded like it was not a trend back then. Like it felt like if we called our music new metal, it felt like we were late from the wave or something. And
hmm
then like alternative rock, like because that's what it is, but it sounds boring. Like
yeah,
that doesn't describe your music at all. Like, and then there was also we wanted to be mainstream, not alternative. So we needed to like. Then I suggested the boys that we should just call it violent pop music because we love pop music. We want to make it to the big stages. We want to hit the mainstream, but like there's still it's definitely rock music. So I just told the boys that maybe we should call it violent pop, and it stuck. It was just a joke, but nowadays it has become like a brand to us. Like it
yeah.
became such a big deal. Like everybody fell in love with it. Like what is this music? You guys invented a genre, and we were like, no, we're just doing what Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit are doing. But if you want to say it that way, that we're inventing our own genre, I think that's what we're doing. Like we're getting better as songwriters. We know our own stuff. We know what Blind Channel should do better. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's violent pop.
Yeah, I'm a big new metal fan, but obviously you can see the influence that your band would have on me as well, because I can see elements of it, but in a modern sense, as you say.
Yeah, definitely. Like, because there's no better music than adding like when you have rap vocals, but then you have like halftime drum beats and then really bouncing guitar riffs. Like that's the best in the world, right?
Yeah,
There's no better music than that.
yeah, I actually do promotions here in Ireland, and one of our nights that we run now, we haven't been able to do it for the last year and a half, but we run a new metal versus hip hop night. So we got two DJs, one's playing new metal, then we go into hip hop, and it's just a mix of both at a club night for.
Holy shit, that sounds like a party I want to attend to.
Well, if you ever come to Dublin, your name will be on the list.
I will hit you up
Yeah.
first thing when I come there. But yeah, new metal is just best. Like that's like the core. That's the heart of what we're doing. But we want to add like we want the production to be like I said about Limp Bizkit earlier. That we want the production to be this day. We have like influences from pop music, trap music, all of that stuff.
Yeah. So you guys are not new to being on the road though and writing songs all before it. You were kind of blasted into the media this year. Like I've seen old clips of you playing festivals in Germany and places like that. What's your favorite cities outside of Finland that you've played in so far?
Oh my god, that's a hard one because there's so many. Like Well, we love Germany because the beer is cheap and the girls are beautiful. And we've been there and that's also because like we've done most shows in Germany more than anywhere else in Europe outside Finland. So Germany is really being good to us, and we like that place. But they're also like we've been to London, for example, and it has its own kind of magic. And then there are a lot of like lots of cities we still haven't seen that we get to see next January, and we're really looking forward to that. And it's like there's also like this fact that we all like when we were young we talked about we want to see the world, and that's why we're in a rock band. But like now we know that when you're in a rock band you don't really have that much time to tour around the city. That's only day offs, and you have like 2 to 3 day offs per tour. Like
Yeah.
most of the time, like when you see a city, you see that one shitty backstage and a shower, and that's about it. Then you play a show and you have to be on your way to another place.
Yeah. That's life on the road.
Yeah.
This year anyway, we got to touch on it a little bit. The Eurovision, you were in it. That's how I actually see you guys. I was having a few beers one night with my friend Kevin, and we said, let's check out some of the Eurovision acts.
Yeah.
And they send them out early these days. So we were looking through all the different songs, and we seen yours, and we're like, holy fuck. It's like, this is fucking really good, like for Eurovision. So what I want to know is, how did it come together, and what was the process like of getting to the Eurovision?